New Marvel's Avengers update today. They've changed the gear. Oh, this is going to be good. Howdy folks, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am your host, the Mighty Bjorn, and today for you I have a Marvel's Avengers video, and I'm going to be talking about today's update. Now understand, when you're seeing this video, it's a day later. I'm actually recording this video the day of the update. So anyway folks, what you have is the new update came out. Spider-Man got released from what I understand, Spider-Man got released for PlayStation players. Of course, Xbox and PC players got fucked out on that, but a lot of us knew that months ago, and just most of us have kind of accepted it for what it is. They've also added the new raid for Claw. Okay, not bad. New raid, that's cool, which I'll dive into here in a few moments. And then finally, they've changed the gear. Now, I knew the gear change was coming, that they were going to be increasing the level of the gear, which meant you would have to do things to progress your gear further. You'd have to upgrade your gear even more. Now that I did understand, which kind of meant I was going to have to get back to the grind and gather resources to upgrade my gear. Okay. No. No. It went a little bit further than that. Now, that being said, recently I have to admit I actually have been enjoying Marvel's Avengers. Actually, for the past few months, I've actually been enjoying Marvel's Avengers since essentially the Black Panther update, when they've expanded even more content. And actually, probably even before that, when they added Hawkeye and gave us a whole new area to play in, the Wasteland, which was neat. I like it. It's cool. And then they added Wakanda. It's neat. I like it. It's cool. It adds more stuff to the game. And actually, the Black Panther storyline was actually rather good. And it got to the point where I was starting to enjoy the game so much that I was actually opening my wallet to buy MCU skins, because they look great. They're cool. As you can see, there's actually two of my characters right here wearing MCU skins, because they look great and they're cool. Yeah, okay, enough with the cool. Anyway, moral of the story is when I actually got online, on Facebook in particular, I started seeing some complaints about the update when it comes to the gear. Okay, well, I'll just take that with a pinch of salt. People complain from time to time for absolutely no reason whatsoever. It might just be nothing. Or it could be something. Yeah. Okay. Well, they took away the resources. For those who didn't know, we had a few different resources. We had stuff like nanotube, we had plasma, we had another resource that for some odd reason right at this moment I can't remember the name of. And then we had upgrade modules, and that's how we upgrade our equipment. Now, to upgrade the artifacts, you needed polycrons. Polycons? Polycons. I am poly something. Polymaterial. How about that? Okay, fine. You know, that's how it's been since the game was released, and that's kind of what I expected. We would need more of those raw materials to upgrade our equipment past level 140. No, that is not the case, actually. They took away all that stuff, except for the polygons, the upgrade modules, and fragments, which fragments was used more or less as an in-game cash currency to buy equipment and buy upgrade modules. Okay, fine. That's fine, I guess. Except for when they did that, they also took and made it so you need gear to upgrade gear. Now, what in the holy... Yeah, I got choice words for that. I'm just going to let it go because YouTube. But seriously, like, whose bright idea was that? I mean, they said that they were going for a more simplified approach. Really? Now you need gear to upgrade gear. You need higher level gear to upgrade your gear. So say if your piece of gear is level 131, you need a piece of level 132 or higher to upgrade that gear. To upgrade that gear, you need fragments and upgrade modules, which, well, we needed upgrade modules previously. No big deal. But then the kicker is if you have level 140 gear, understand that I mostly play by myself, that I cannot get higher level than 140 gear without either doing raids or Omega threat levels. Okay, that's fine, except for there's a problem. Those are multiplayer modes in a multiplayer game that has a player base of almost nothing. You donkey! Seriously. I literally tried for a half an hour to get in the new raid. To try and get some higher level gear so I could upgrade my current level. Now understand previously that you would need usually one or two different resources, maybe like nanotube and plasma, plus upgrade modules. Now that's kind of the typical thing that you need to upgrade gear, is you need material to upgrade your gear. But we've done away with that. And now we need gear to upgrade gear. You donkey! Why? And while before, where the gear gear drops absolutely sucked, well, now the gear drops still absolutely suck, and actually all the gear I've gotten today for my hour of play, none of it was better than what I already have on my characters. I never got to do the new raid because after a half an hour waiting, I didn't count that in my hour of play. Hour of play was actually an hour of play. I got in a lobby, and the most people we got was 3 for the lobby, which myself included. So we didn't have enough people to run the raid because you need 4. And then people started leaving. After waiting for 10, 15 minutes, people started leaving. And then I was back to being by myself for another 5 minutes and quit trying. Why, oh why, oh why are we using gear to upgrade gear? I can't think of a single role-playing game that is set up like that. Usually it's a material to you need different types of materials to upgrade your gear. Perfectly simple, perfectly logical. You need XYZ materials, and you can upgrade the level of your gear. How hard is that? You donkey! Oh, man. So I got to sit here and figure out on a dead multiplayer game how I'm going to get higher level gear to upgrade my current level 140 gear on a restricted time schedule of the fact that I have family, a job, I'm a YouTube creator, so I have work on the side, and I still have to find time to have a social life. You donkey! I think I've beaten that you donkey thing enough. But anyways, really quick, this just in from one of the developers actually at Eidos Montreal.
Here's what I find.
Listen,
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm kind of retarded.
Yes, that puts it in perspective. You're kind of retarded. You're not kind of retarded. You are retarded. You literally came up with a gear upgrade system that no other gaming studio that I know of has really come up with outside of survival games where you still need, materials to upgrade your weapons and armor. You don't use armor to upgrade armor. You use materials in every game I can think of. And he went with this. Now, the gears, there was a lot of people that complained about the previous gear system being broken. Yes, the previous gear system was broken. I will tell you how it was broken. When you pick up a piece of level 130 gear that is statistically better, you pick up a piece of level 130 rare gear, which is the purple gear, and it's better than your level 140 legendary or exotic gear, which is your gold and orange gear, which is supposed to be the top level in the game. It wasn't that the gear system was broken, it was that the gear drops were broken. Oh, and by the way, their gear drops are still fucking broken. So, instead, they've artificially increased how much we're going to have to grind. And even worse still, as I'm sitting here talking about this whole gear thing, needing gear to upgrade gear. Oh yeah, they also reduced the amount of gear drops in a level. Where usually before I would go through a level and it would drop, I'd get like maybe a dozen pieces of gear through chests, killing sub-bosses, finishing the level, etc. Now I'm getting 3 or 4 in a whole level. And that's if I'm lucky. Are you serious? Why? Oh, why? Why? Eidos, Square Enix, why are you trying to push away the remaining player base that you have on Xbox and PC?
You donkey!
Anyway, folks, I'm going to say this much. If they really, really, really want to fix the gear system, and if they're really actually listening at this point, which I'm sure they will not hear this video because they don't really care about the people who create content for their game that essentially advertises their game.
Don't blink.
I would actually bring back the old gear system literally the way it was. I would improve gear stats. So that way you no longer have, I don't know, exotic, rare gear, the purple gear, being better than your legendary or exotic gear, which should be the best. And I would definitely make those the best. The next thing I would do is actually introduce gear sets. So Black Widow would have a set that would be titled Black Widow, blah, 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 whatever the hell. Captain America would have his own set, which would maybe titled Patriotic or American Hero or whatever, and then it'd be blah, 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 whatever the hell. And then all that stuff would be exotic gear, and if you collect the set, you get a bonus. So basically, all 4 pieces makes a bonus. Diablo 2 does something very similar to that. And that was back in 2000, folks. The next thing I would do is for the gear, if you want to go past level 140, I would add an additional resource. So instead of needing resource A, resource B, and upgrade modules, I would make it where you would need resource A, resource B, a little bit of resource C, and upgrade modules. Or even still, make it so you need material A, material B, upgrade modules, and polycrons, and make polycrons drop more often in the game. That is literally how I would have fixed the gear system, folks. I'm not a smart man, but I do consider myself smarter than the average bear at times. And I got a feeling this is one of those times, because essentially you're locking gear upgrades behind multiplayer levels only currently, Square Enix, in a game that the multiplayer is almost dead in.
You donkey!
Anyway, I better not use that anymore. I might get flagged. Anyway, folks, there you go. That's my thoughts about the Gear update. I'm honestly really disappointed. I vented enough. I know there's other people that are on board with me on venting on this. And honestly, that's what I would like to see. I would like to see it brought back. I would like to see gear drops improved on. Things of that nature. But when it comes to this update and currently the way the gear is, I imagine I'm going to be playing even less now than I was before, which is unfortunate because I was actually really starting to enjoy Marvel's Avengers, and I've been here since beta. So, Marvel's Avengers gear update. The verdict is, fuck this thing with a pineapple. Anyway, folks, hopefully you all enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for tuning in, and have yourself a wonderful day.